Baby earth is reeling and willing and needs your tender embrace. Mothers of the universe, Mother Nature's skies, ooh, come save your child. Come save your child. I say come sisters, come and take back your child. This great
Hello. I don't know what's going on today. Hello. Hello, Agatha. How are you?
I am doing well, Miss Glendy. How are you today?
Technical difficulties, but we're here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to GBC Women with Word. I almost lost my computer just now.
Yeah, with all sorts of upside down and white space.
No, I know. It's another Thursday. We're here again today. Welcome to all of you. Please invite somebody to come and join us. Today we are looking forward to having the legend. We're still looking. But no matter what, we're here as always. We're glad to be here today. Of course, my name is Glendy Junius, Glendy Jane Junius, and I am here with my co-host.
That's Agatha Joseph. I don't have all of those names.
I know. Oh, I could even call some more. Piggy, Yonne. Yes, you know. Let me. Piggy. So when I was born,
Lord, here we go again.
yeah, you asked, so you're gonna get the story. When I was born, I was actually born in Lamco Hospital in Buchanan, and I weighed 13 pounds. I'm pretty sure my head weighed about 6 of those 13 pounds. But my mom tells me that I was born, and this nurse, of course, one of the nurses at the time, a white lady, said, "Oh my God, she's big, she's so chubby like a pig," and that's where. And then my dad, that's where the name came from. I was 13 pounds. And that's how I got the name Piggy. So my nickname is Piggy. I also have, usually we're going to names now today because it's just today. I think it's going to be just us. So whatever comes, whatever goes, that's it.
Let me drink my tea.
So the other name I have is Yonne. Yonne is it's my Bassa name. So my Glendy is my main Bassa name. But when I went to school, people couldn't pronounce it correctly.
Okay, and what is the correct pronunciation?
Glende.
That the one when I changed to Glendy.
You just straight to Glendy. So that's my Bassa. I have two Bassa name, actually Glende and Yonde, our mother. So those are my Bassa name. But hey, when they went to Glendy, we just say, you know what? It is what it is. But anyway, folks, thank you for joining us today. Of course, we're here always faithfully serving you. You serving us, we serving you. It's good to be here. Our guest today is actually supposed to be the legend Sundaygar Dearboy. I know we have a difference in time. He's in Liberia, so I spoke to him this morning. We triple confirmed today. I don't know, maybe something like where you fall asleep and then you forget. But if he's not on, actually there's somebody who's even requesting it. She was saying, if Sundaygar Dearboy is come, she just sent a text. If Sundaygar Dearboy comes on, can I please come on? Let me read her text. I can let you say, I won't be on the show today. His music was the one my husband used to get me. Oh, this is from Carolyn. So Carolyn, we'll see if Sundaygar comes on. Definitely, we'll make sure we bring you on the show. So welcome, folks. Welcome, everybody. Whatever, if there's something that you want us to talk, because if our guest doesn't show up, we're here. We're gonna go with the flow. We're just gonna be chatting. Just how Agata says it. We're gonna be chatting our way through today. But let's do some housekeeping stuff. We first want to express condolences to um, Samila Thorpe. She lost her mom. She's a faithful member of GBC. She's there all the time, contributing to the page, to the podcast, wherever we're involved in. She's also involved in it. We want to send her lots of hugs to her. I did chat with her briefly last night, letting her know that we are sorry for the homegoing of her mom. The other thing I want to talk about, we want to just briefly talk about the people of Sierra Leone. We hope that they're safe. We'll chat a little bit about it now. I was asking Agatha just before the show started if we heard if there are any updates. Um,
There's yeah, they're still on lockdown from what I understand, and the only thing that were open today, I think, were grocery stores. Outside of that, from what I heard, almost everything is still closed. Stores were all closed today, except
yeah,
the grocery store. So, just hoping that and praying that things remain calm.
yeah. And I think the thing with Sierra Leone is it's so close to Liberia, and so their trouble is our trouble. Their safety also questions our safety. And I think one of the things that we can I don't know if it's a compliment or whatever it is that I think the government acted swiftly to be able to see if they could bring the thing under control, the riot or the not riot, the protests under control, and immediately started a curfew. In the process, we know that some people lost their lives. We want to reach out to those, just send a virtual hug to those family members who are grieving tonight, because no death is easy, but the unexpected deaths can be really hard for people to accept. So we just want to, our hearts go out to them, the people of Sierra Leone. Okay, for the month of August, our awareness. August is immunization month. August is also child support month. August is psoriasis awareness month. And the one major holiday in Liberia is August 24. If you know about any other holiday in any country that participates on this platform, please send us the holiday and we'll make sure to share and talk about it. The color for the month is light green. That's the color for the month of August. So make sure you find yourself wearing that color. Alrighty. Now we've been getting a lot of grief from the men.
Yes.
Lots of grief, trying to make sure, and when I say grief, I don't mean it in a negative way. I say grief in a probably a positive way as much as I can.
Okay.
Because I think they try to keep us on our toes, make sure that we're fair, make sure we share it. It's like to every woman picture we share, we must share a man picture. They want to make sure that we're balanced. We've tried, but no matter how we try, Adam's sons, they're still not satisfied. So we decided this week we're going to celebrate the men. And so for our profile picture, these four men, I am telling you, if you're on the page, you would have seen a response or a post from Luke. He's in the top, is at the top left corner with the glasses. You would have seen something from Luke. Next to Luke is Lord Blake Carrington. I am taking my time, Agatha,
Okay.
to acknowledge them.
Please do.
Yes, and you will see Lord Blake. Even though there's a time difference, and three of these people actually, all four of them actually live outside of our time zone. So the fact that they even commit themselves to commenting and interacting with us, even when we're supposed to be sleeping, says a lot about them. Next to Burman Blake is Fred Bass. Mr. Man is there. He's always commenting, always interacting. And then in the corner is the self-proclaimed atheist.
Oh, is he really?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's a self-proclaimed Omar is with there. We're so congratulations to these four handsome. Somebody how to describe it. Somebody describes it full of masculinity. So we're excited that we were able to show out our men on the podcast. We blog. When we wake up in the morning, the thing I like about that page is whether it's me, Agatha, Eva, or Michael, the page is an independent page. People, anybody out there can just take it and run with it. So that's the good thing about the page. So we're excited that our men are being showcased this week up to next Wednesday. They're being showcased on the platform, and that's their picture that's on the profile there for them. There is something coming for them. Michael is probably going to announce it whenever he gets here, but we're not going to announce it. It has nothing to do with us. That's when he
suspended.
Huh?
I thought Michael was.
Yeah, we suspended him. We suspended him for this week for this show. So maybe when he comes next week, his suspension should be over. He should be.
So you're lifting the suspension.
Yeah, we'll be lifting his suspension next week Wednesday, so he can return.
On a serious note, the folks that participate in the page really, they do a great job. It's entertainment.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but when my days are challenging, it's somewhere for me to go, and I know I'll get a laugh. So
yes.
kudos to Adam's sons.
Oh yeah, the Adams sons, they be doing it. Agatha, I'm gonna let me check in on our guests. Agatha can just, Agatha can go ahead. I'm gonna go on mute a little bit to check on our guests and make sure and check on it.
Wow, so she actually just left me here with you all with no itinerary. Anyway, I see our guest coming on, so in a little bit we should have him on and we can have this conversation.
Yes.
You'll have to be patient with our Liberian people, my friend. LEC is not very reliable, so and then sometimes they don't have internet, so. But I'm watching him in the background, so he should be joining us shortly.
I also see him, but this is an icon. We don't want to just bring him on like that. We're so excited this evening that this son of the soil is how I like to refer to him, of Liberia, is here with us this evening before we bring him on. And if you don't know, if you're just joining us, this is our guest for tonight, Sundaygar Dearboy. He is here live on GBC Women with Words. Oh, Agatha, did I just take so long? I see he going back out.
That's fine. Just do the intro. I'm sure he's
so we're gonna go and play one of his. This is one of my favorite songs of his. It's an old. You will even tell from the video that it's an old song. And Facebook, let me say to you, we do have copyrights. Yes, and we have permission. Yes. To play the song today. So this is one of the songs that I always like to dance to. So right after this song, we're gonna play a little bit about it, and then we're gonna bring our guests on. All right, welcome.
Welcome, Sundaygar.
Thank you. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. It's a pleasure to have you on today. That song is from what year was that song done?
Well, 2005, but it really got promoted from 2006, late 2006.
Yeah.
We were entering to 2007 when we got promoted.
Very nice.
So we want to welcome you. Of course, I'm Glendy. Welcome you to our platform, GBC Women with Words. I'm here, and my co-host is let her introduce herself.
I'm Agatha Joseph. Nice to meet you, Sundaygar.
Pleasure is all mine, and it's wonderful. And I'm
Yeah.
so excited being on your platform tonight. Thanks for the invite, and I'm really appreciative of it.
We're,
And
we're
we're
even more excited. I'm especially excited because I love the sound of the Bassa language. And I when I was little, I used to learn how to count do son tan ni mo and I
Well,
so I'm
relatively,
really excited.
relatively.
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 I think we all know the best on rap of
Yeah, we know the West around.
right? So I'm really
Particularly,
excited to just talk to you about your music and in today's world.
So before we start, just tell us for those of our viewers who don't know who Sundaygar Dearboy is, just tell us a little bit about you, who you are, what you do, and then we can go into talking about what your plans are, what you're working on.
first I heard your co-host. Sorry, what did you say was your name?
Just call me AJ.
Okay, AJ, thank you. So I heard AJ saying, sorry, the Liberian people, no LEC, but I'm looking. So it implies that I must have come on the show late. But from our previous conversation, I'm an hour ahead or about an hour ahead because I'm told we were to start the show um 12 o'clock my time, which is 7 p.m. Eastern time.
That is
Yeah.
correct.
So, given that conversation, then we were an hour ahead. So I don't consider being late. Am I?
Okay. Anyway, you take it because if we're seven, we're starting at seven, and then I don't know what the time is in Liberia, but we start at seven. But
Oh, so
suffice it, yes.
so I would have thought that 7 your time was going to be 12 my time.
Oh,
So this is
I think we're 4 hours now, so that's why.
The time hasn't
okay.
changed yet.
So I
Yeah.
When we get
apologize
in the
for
fall, then it will be 5 hours. We're
if that
currently
was a
4 hours.
misunderstanding from my part, and I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
That's not a
But
problem.
we don't even care about that. The fact that you're here, that's the most important thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, but formal is important that people know that it was not intentional to be late.
Well,
Okay.
I certainly appreciate that.
Okay, so now let's get into the question and the answer to it. My name is S. Michael Davis. That's my legal name.
Oh, okay.
Allies Sunday Dear Boy. And it's a whole different kind of story that brings about or that brought out the name Sunday Dear Boy. So maybe with time I will be able to say it again to some of your listening audience who've not been able to know how I got the name Sundaygar. I was born July 20th, 1972, uh, in Monrovia at the John Fisher Kennedy Hospital. Uh, I have some beautiful kids. Wife, no, I ain't got no wife again.
That's
Uh,
okay. Can you tilt your camera a little bit
Yeah, so we can see your head because you're higher.
like this?
the opposite way?
You
Whatever
mean?
you did do. Okay,
No,
lost him. Yeah, because he said he has beautiful children, but
no wife right now.
I want the people to see his face. So we can make him that second part. We need to change that second.
Yeah, we need to make sure. All right.
So we're just waiting. There we go.
Yes, yeah. Because the way Agatha is saying, the way you say you get wife, one make sure that people see you Google.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Beautiful kids, no wife. We'll come to that, but finish your story. Happy belated
And my,
birthday, by the way.
sorry.
I said happy belated birthday. You just celebrated your 50th birthday, July 20th. So happy belated
50,
birthday.
I was thinking of 25 or something.
You look
Oh, wow.
25, but boo, you 50.
I wasn't, I wasn't tracking the year. Wow.
You told us.
Yeah, of course. But for some reason, I'm refusing to get old. So I always think that I'm in
Age
25.
is just a number.
Just a
Uh,
number.
so anyway, basically, it is what it is. I started the music career as a kid. I started from the church. Um, I attended an elementary school called Parish Day, and from my elementary days to seventh grade, I didn't pay school fee. I used to teach choir.
Oh, nice.
Once I was once a member of the Gates of Heaven uh,
Perfect.
prayer band. At that time was Mother Rachel Brown. You know, so then I grew up in a Basel dominated community, and most of the time too, I used to go. My mom used to send me to stay with my grandparents in Grand Basel. So I learned the ways of doing things, the culture, the tradition. And then whenever I came back to Monrovia to my own parents, I was in a community where nothing was spoken about except Basel related things. So this is how. So then my mother started teaching me the Basel Bible. That was mainly the New Testament before I started to learn the ABC in Bikano. So basically, I read and write Basel, and then I sing in Basel. This is not how I learned. I learned to sing traditional Basel gospel songs.
Nice.
So then going to school and with the talent in me as a natural one started to improve as I got around different people with different IQ, different understanding of things, from different environments. So this is how it is.
Very
Oh,
nice.
beautiful, beautiful. So I want. I know you told us you touched a little bit about how did you get the name? Because no one calls you by your name.
No, and I
I
like
grew
that.
up. I mean, I'm way older than you, but we learn about Sundaygar Dearboy is what we know. So how did you get that name, Sundaygar Dearboy?
Well, the S to my name is Sundaygar.
Okay,
So, so I will talk about the dear boy.
okay,
But the S was not famously known. It was
okay.
all Markel Davis or S. Markel Davis. So after the war, because there's a guy called Morvi Anderson. He's currently a bishop. So in 1988, I had a couple of friends and we were all passionate about music. So Morvi decided to sponsor me to do my first song, and it was a rap song. So we did the demo with the Camara brothers at Looking Town Broad Street. So it was late 1980. Then I was in, no, 1988. So when we entered 1989, I was already in high school. So we didn't do anything. When I was getting ready to, come up with the song, I went at the Hotline Recording Studio. It was then owned and or maybe managed by Tonia Williams and Timothy E. Thomas. So when I got there, talked to them. They carried me for audition. Nothing. They didn't. I don't think they got what they wanted from me. So as a kid, they didn't want to appear like they were disappointed. So they said, "Go and come back. You got great talent." So I'm like, okay, but then I didn't get to come back. So after the war, I decided to go back into the music, and then for this time, I decided to do gospel. So I went to a guy called Chad Reeves. He's in the U.S. now. He
Yeah.
was work he was working for Den L. Den L is an NGO that was being managed by one guy in here, in Morovia here, Franklin Siako. He later became a senator. So Den L they were into talent too. I went and did the first gospel song, and that was a song called Zin Queen for Reconcile. But there was another song there called Thank You Jesus for Restoring Peace to Liberia. But my song production coincided with Ambassador Maron Cassell's production of a song called The War is Over. Come on, everybody, let's dance. So the producer or the distributor is an Indian guy called RK. We did a contract, and then to test the water, he did 100. We were using cassette by then. He did
Mm-hmm.
100 cassettes. So from the day he did 100 cassette to the day I left, after 3 months, nobody bought one of my cassettes. So every time I went to the guy, people would be online. So now 10, 15, 20, no matter what position of that line I'm in, when I reach to the guy will say next. So he'll make sure everybody passes by me.
Oh
And then
wow.
I'm always the last. And whenever it comes to me, he uses the same method. So almost all the time I felt humiliated. So one day I went to him and said, Chief, this thing always happening. Why? So he said, look, my brother, it is not personal. This is just business. Nobody buys your cassette. So you are now of any interest to me.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, you bring nothing to the table, no value. So I don't have interest in having conversation with you. So I'm like, okay. So I decided to go back to Charity to do another song. I said maybe something happened somewhere, but I can still make it. So I went, and Charity took the money, and then he was editing a song for Tiepo. Those were my guys.
Mm-hmm.
Then while he was editing the song out with him, and I started humming some where my under the beat, and he got through with the song, and he called me. He said, "I want to talk to you." So we went down the street, and then we went to one John. He got me two black balls, and I took it in, and then started getting tipsy.
I have no clue
Then
what that is.
yeah, then he was like, "Oh, Michael, you do know what a reggae music is?" I said, "Reggae music is a religious music. Your music does not have to sound profane. You can sing secular song and send out positive message or positive messages.
Hmm.
Listen to reggae music. They send out positive messages. So if you can make it in the gospel, why don't you go to secular?" And so I'm like, but then what are we going to sing about? He said, look, let us use some of those words they were using or knockout. It was just after the what we used to call here World War III, and
Mm-hmm.
you have a thing called knockout. So he said, let's talk about forceful marriage during the war. So I said, okay. And honestly, I'm a creative guy. So I put the song together. He got excited. We did 5 songs. I put some folklore and stuff in there. We released it. How much did I give him? It was $50. So because I carried 200, he gave me 150 back because I was staying a longer time and I had to sustain myself. So he said, you don't have to give me the money. After everything, we took the song with confidence back to the Indian guy.
Mm-hmm.
The Indian guy said he can't take it because I'm bad lucky.
Sure.
So we went to his competitor, a Lebanese guy. So before the Lebanese guy took the song, he had to make reference to the Indian guy to listen to him about me, whether I'm a selling artist. The Indian guy said, no, that dude is bad news. So
Wow.
the Lebanese guy said, no, but the Indian man said, you're bad news, we can't work with you, man. Just carry your cassette. So Charlie and I begged him. He said, I can only give 500. So we begged him to give us 500. Can you imagine that?
Wow.
Something, a lot of creativity in, but that was how it was. So we took the 500. Charlie gave me 200. So he said, what name should I put on this album?
Hmm.
Previously, my gospel album had carried my legal name as Michael Davis.
The
And I
Mhm.
name
was
of
trying,
Judaism.
yeah, and I was trying to hide the song from the church. So I
Right.
said, put Sundaygar, and the album title is Dearboy.
Okay.
So he put my Sundaygar, then he put Dearboy as the album title. 2 weeks later, the album took the whole country. Everybody started calling me
Wow.
Sunday
God, dear boy.
Dearboy.
Amazing.
What a
And the
story.
thing got stuck, and I started benefiting from this socially. And you need
I gotta hear you say you said I benefit you right socially.
You'll get to those beautiful children later.
no, not that. Not only that, so some little bit of appreciative financial gains and all of that. So this is how I got the name, and that is to answer the question specifically.
Yeah, but we're. It's a good thing that you didn't give up. No matter
No,
what the Indian do say, it's like it's almost like believing in yourself. You knew
correct.
that you had it in you, even though no matter how many times he turned you away. I think of a Charles Reese who said, "Okay, let's go. I'll work with you," and you were still able to follow your dream. And look at you today. Look
Yeah,
at where you are today. That's not a good idea. But even if people, I'm sure there are so many people all over the world who don't even know your name and know your story, but they know when you talk about Wilma dancing, the real
yeah,
people shaking. You gotta reference Sundaygar, dear boy, and what you've done. So
oh yeah.
I gotta you have some questions because I want to ask. I know we're a political group, but I want to ask a question that may clarify some things that you've done. So, Sonny
Okay.
Gadiabo, a lot of people know you to sing for Mama Ellen. Mama Ellen
Mm,
gave the pressure to make the song for Yombi Kaga, Yombi Kaga, Bose to also
yeah,
be for Great Bastard Candidate, Julia. There's so many political alliances in your music that you've done that some people it's almost like if you go sing for UP, let us say what they meant for UP. You go sing for A, if you were to make a song for Cummings, now people will look at you. I want you to touch on a little bit about that is that when you're singing for those different political parties or politicians, what is the mindset? Explain to the audience so people understand that you may not be a political person. Hey, listen, I'm not for UP. I'm a musician. So I want to hear a little bit about that.
all right, thank you. So I'm going to start with a historical uh, explanation. So to tell us and the listening audience how we got here. So after all of what I just explained to you, then the election came around. And so when the election came around, I had a friend called Sam Yeke. Am I really audible?
Yes, yes.
Good. So I have a friend called Sam Yeke. He and I used to work at the port. I was chief of communication for the Freeport security then. So, so we work at the port, and then he said, "Look, CDC is going to win this election, 205. So let's go to CDC so I can recommend you. You work with them." We went there. That place was filled. No understanding. Everybody kind of basic. But there was a guy there who was the focus person for entertainer called King O'Brien. He's now in the UK. Excuse me. So I spoke to King O'Brien, and he smiled with me and accepted that I should come along so we could work. So now when I want to use the restaurant, when I coming back, then I heard King O'Brien saying something like, he bars up again, they got medicine or the can we just dominate the player. So when I heard it, I felt a little bit uncomfortable. I picked up my phone and acted like I was talking to somebody. So I walked away from the compound and never went back. So, CDC. Then, when I got home, I called my auntie, Reverend Katuma Waglibo. She was not Reverend then, she was financial secretary for Liberty Party. So I told her, "Look, I could do something for Councillor Bronsky." She said, yeah, she made a connection. I went to Buchanan, spoke with Councillor Bronsky, and he said, look, I want you to do a song for me called Weirdie, meaning new path. Literally, it was a new role. And he said the reason for this is a Bronsky's administration will be leading a new path that will make sure that all of the social vices, all the societal ills will be eradicated from this path, and what you will see will be good governance and the rest of it. So call it a new path. In other words, you can say breaking of a new down. So I'm saying, okay. I'm like, no problem. He didn't give me any money. So my former wife, I got I got some money from her. She was a little bit, and, she had some bread. So I took some money from her.
I like this dude.
I took some money from her, and I went to the studio. I did a song. Thanks to Steve Tikwa too. He did the song. I gave it to Councilor. I spent $350 USD. I gave it to Councilor Bronsky. We danced the song for a couple of minutes, and he sent me, in accordance with the protocol and administrative procedure, to Deborah Allen, who was the campaign manager. Deborah too danced the song, and Deborah said, "My man, how much for this song?" So at that time, I didn't know money the way I know it now. I said
Your
700.
eye not open.
No, I said 700. So Deborah thought that 700 was too much for me.
What?
So he said he could give me 250,
Can you
40
imagine?
to $100.
Oh my
Or
God.
every other negotiation to get us to pass that level was to no avail. So I thought that I should just accept the 250. And maybe because he promised that a lot of good things were ahead. So I said, okay. But then I worked for 1 week, 3 days, and didn't get, I got 125. So I took the 125, I left with an intention to never return to the process. But then I said to myself, this is just a challenge. I can do it. Let me go and work with the Unity Party. Let me talk to my wife again. At times she was not my wife, we were just girlfriends, girlfriend, boyfriend. So she said, oh, you can do it. Don't mind those people. They're just trying to frustrate you, but I believe you can make it. She added some more money, and I went to Steve. Steve did 2 songs for me. One of it was, we want Ali Johnson's Ali for president. Then
Yeah.
then there was a reggae. There was a calypso. We want Ali for president. So those 2 songs, I didn't know anybody there. Nobody had contacted me. I was just hustling,
Right.
So I want you to take it from the CDC to Councilor Bronskin's Labor Party, then to Unity Party. After I did my song, I took it to the headquarters. It was Morris Satoma, who was the campaign manager then, current senator for Bomi. He too took my song and dashed the CD down somewhere. I walked again for another week before I saw Madeline Dagose, who was the women wing chair. She's from Riverside, a bastard lady. So she saw me and she was so excited. You with us? I'm like, yeah, some kind of way I will up, but I brought my song. She said, where's the song? With excitement. I said,
Oh,
oh,
girl.
you have it. We met Morris. Morris said he didn't know where he put the CD. And the lady said, do you have copy of the song? I said, yeah, it's on my laptop. She said, give it to me. I said, no money to put on CD. She gave me $20. I got 2 CDs, gave it to her. She took it along. After a week, I received a call in the morning. The person was like, hello, this is my mega star, Sundaygar, Dearboy. I'm like,
Listen.
yes. I was like, yes, ma'am. Who's there? Said, oh, this is Madam Salif. I'm
Ah,
like, what? Like, is this a dream or something? She
can
said,
you imagine?
I was living Beaumont's Bridge behind the police station. So she was like, "Can you come at the house so we can have breakfast?" Because she called around 6:30. So I'm like, "Where?" She was like, "Oh, fish market. Do you know fish market?" Honestly, I didn't know fish market. I like, "Yes, I know fish market."
Your hustle was real. My man.
Well, I'm not going to say I don't. No, let me tell you, among all the people, God didn't make no stupid bastard man. Oh.
I know that's right.
I'm like, I know fish
Nobody's stupid here. Nobody's stupid.
market. I went, I took a taxi. The guy dropped me in the town. I took another one, said fish market. The guy put me down. I was in communication with a girl who they assigned me to talk to. I entered the place. I saw a lot of people, high profile people. So she was like, "Sundaygar, your songs are beautiful and meaningful. What can we do with it?" Maurice Otoma cut in. Say, "But if the man is as famous as or popular as Madeline is saying, let's test the man in his own country where we're going to have the primary." I said, "All right."
Don't be putting in ginger now.
I did my breakfast. I got $100. I took $100.
Hold on, the Oma
$100.
give you $100, or that's somebody else. The Oma give you $100.
Come on, I think $100 big for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I took that $100 and ran with it. You want to hear anybody calling me sir?
I know that's
So
right.
then 2 days later, Madeline calls. Says, "Son of God, coming back, so we here. Oh. Ah, how am I going back? So I thought they said I'm going to arrange my going."
Right.
And I took my deed. I pawned it to a friend for $250, and the deed was
Wow.
return after a week. You can take the land. The guy gave it was so I had to gamble. I took one taxi, went rented an OPA system. I went to a friend called Winston Car. He had some good dancers. He charged me $10 per each of the girls. I gave him the money, you know. I gave him the money, and then I took the girls who went to Basel. I put them in hotel with confidence. When we entered Basel, where the event was being held, over there, as soon we entered the place, there was a huge uproar. Madam Teresa got confused. What happened? Madeline said, "I saw the guy. He's here." The people.
Hold on,
So
your
then,
business you are hollering.
yeah. So Madam Teresa, but Sunday guy will be performing at the party's headquarters.
I know
On
that's right.
at Atlantic Street, without attempting to exaggerate, we have about 25,000 people down there, both those that went for the convention and the citizens. For some reason, Madam Seri was not there earlier, but she came with a convoy. I was not in shape. Me and my guests were dancing. So she sent the late Mistress Eleanor Cooper with a package of some cash that were wrapped in an old Inquirer newspaper. So, Madam Seri say she know that you're coming here were properly taken care of, but this is just something in appreciation to what you are doing here. And what was it? 5K. So I
Listen,
went to I went to my girl and I said, "Oh, the woman gave 1.5K. She gave 1,500."
I like this dude.
Everybody- but everybody was happy again.
Because you want to away, you want even a study, you want even a study for her.
Hold
No,
on, hold on. I want to know. I hope you went and got that deed back.
of course I did. Are you kidding? But it's obvious now. So,
So the way you told the woman, the way you told your guest, and I only 1,500 they gave you, but I 5 gave
yeah,
you back.
my dancers now. So I said they gave 50. Oh my, gave 1,500. What? They made an honest meal. 50. I have my
Yeah,
own out there. I share 200, 600. I didn't. So from there
that's
they call me. They say from today we want to be with you and all of that. You're such a nice guy. And this is how it all started. Now to your question. I did not come to this game to join any political party. That brief history tells you that I'm just a guy striving for survival.
You're an artist.
And as an artist, I
Yeah,
use my profession to survive. This is business.
absolutely.
You cannot get emotionally attached. This is not boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, and wife thing
Yep,
where emotion plays in.
yep,
So, I mean, excuse me for some kind of example. It is an unorthodox one, and so it's just like the commercial sex people.
yep,
They don't attach feeling to whoever they meet.
yep.
You can be as handsome as Lucifer's. If you don't pay them, they're not going to be there with you.
I like this guy.
So, I mean, if the funny thing about it, and sometimes it gets so annoying to me, but sometimes I just let it go because everybody can think the same way.
Right,
So Glenn, you call me and say, look, Sundaygar, I want you to do something for me. You come from party E. I do it for you. All your followers are happy and call me hero.
right.
Then AJ calls me from another political party. Sundaygar, I want you to do something for me. As soon as I do it for her, all of Glenn's people say I'm a traitor. I betray the struggle. I'm not in any struggle with anyone.
But yourself,
I'm
you're
in
just trying
struggle
to
with my family, with my
absolutely.
career.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let the let the politicians discuss the politics.
You're not a
If you feel
politician. Yep.
something's wrong, I mean, it's not my business. If you ask me to do something for you, I do it for you as if there is no tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes. And you do
I
it
am
personally.
This
Of course, I'm not politically attached to anyone. And sometimes people make it seem that I am their property. So I should just work for them. And as soon as I stop, this you see, some people talk about loyalty. Loyalty comes with territory. It's a two-way street.
yep.
You have to reciprocate in kind while I provide you service. I'm a service provider.
Yep.
It's just like you have a dog. You want the dog to be honest. Even people say dog are man, best friend are poor man, but the poor man can always provide something for that dog to eat.
That is
If
true.
he short of doing so, the dog will go in the next neighborhood to go eat.
Exactly. You're absolutely correct, Soniga.
So generally, to answer that question, I am not a partisan of any political party. Madam Salif kept conjugating the verb to eat while I was there. And that was not me there.
I know
But
that's right.
even while there, I was still working for other politicians that were not part of the Unified Matter. So they didn't have problem with it.
She knows his business.
But she does.
Yep.
But as
This is
soon as
good.
somebody expose you, they may not move from behind. Oh, they may. Okay, so you say I'm your man now. You left me and I got talent. You want to use it. So every time I give you the talent free, you not do something that will keep me at bay.
There you go. There you go.
Very,
So
very good.
to answer the question,
Yes. Thank you so much. If you're just joining us, we're here this evening with the legend, the icon, the 1.5K equal 5K. We're here with the great musician, Sundaygar Dearboy. So, that's our glad.
Listen,
yeah, no.
Sonega, you
Mhm.
are a brilliant storyteller. I have to say that off the bat. Listening to you tell your story, I'm captivated by every word you spoke. Don't ever stop what you're doing. And I can tell that it comes across in your music. And that's why so many people love your music. I wanted to call that out because you are truly a great storyteller. But let's switch. Let's forget all this politics. Thank you for clarifying that you are an artist first. You need to survive, and all you're trying to do is push your craft. I
Yeah.
do have a question in regards to something you said earlier. You explained that your parents that you lived in Monrovia, but your parents sent you to your grandparents in Grand Bassa or Buchanan. You said in Buchanan.
Grand Bazaar.
Do you? I know your grandparents spoke Bassa at when you were in Buchanan. Did your parents speak Bassa also in Monrovia to you?
Yeah, hundred
Okay,
percent. In fact,
so
my parents didn't go to school.
okay, so here's my question: Do you
Mhm.
speak Bassa to your children? Does your children
Unfortunately,
speak Bassa?
and that is the most disappointing part. They don't understand Basel, no matter how you try.
Oh,
What? Let me tell you why. Yeah, but that's the honest truth. I mean, that's it. That's it. The thing is, when the kid grow up in an environment where both parents speak the same dialect, it becomes easier. But
right,
where the mom does not understand what the father speaks
right.
English, then the mom too does not even properly understand her own dialect. The
Okay.
English becomes the only mean of communication.
In the house, yeah.
And this is how it has been. So even if you try to communicate with them, yeah, they kind of understand it from an insignificant level. They don't. So generally, there's no way to sugarcoat the thing. They don't even speak Basa.
Oh,
Yeah.
saddens me because Bassa and Crew are to me. This is my preference. Y'all don't come for me. I don't speak either one of them, but Bassa and Crew to me are they just sound beautiful phonetically when you listen to true Bassa people speaking and Crew people. It's just such a beautiful language. That's why I ask you. But I understand. My father speaks Kru. My mother speaks Yoruba, Shekiri, and a little bit of Hausa. I speak nothing. I speak English. So I understand, but I didn't want to get that. So
Yeah.
let's talk about your music. So you made all these things for these different political parties. What did you, Sundaygar, yourself, tell me about the one song that Sundaygar wrote for Sundaygar? Not because somebody said, here's the topic, or, I want to push this agenda. Tell me the song that is truly yours. And when I listen to it, I learned something about you, your story. What is that song? And tell us a little bit about it.
All right, but first, let me touch on what you spoke about. Like, here's my story, quote unquote, here's my story. I want you to touch on this agenda. Majority of the songs I sing for the politicians,
Hmm.
I just ask for your name or where you from.
Hmm.
Once I have that, your district, the rest is left with me.
Okay.
So I don't write, but when I get to the studio, I have an agenda. I first find chorus for the
Okay.
song I want to do. I've written or I've composed several songs.
Hmm.
One of them is the famous BG,
Mm-hmm.
Poco Nocho, Don't Live with Woman.
You listen to our old, my man.
Or a song sometimes got to be motivational.
I know
Yeah.
that's right. I like
Yeah.
this guy.
You got to cut across.
I
Yeah.
know. I know.
Sometimes you got to step on toes,
Yep.
especially if you are inspirational singer. Um, then I have Evil Genius. Um, there are several of my songs that have not been heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got Local Liberia, but that one was a copyright because I took cue from R. Kelly way back. So, but I was talking about with Judy Bryant and we're discussing the societal ills, corruption, nepotism, you name the rest. You know, um, uh, African politicians. That one says the art of war all over in Africa, mass destruction and abuses of human rights, killing of innocent and starvation in Africa, rampant corruption and exploiting the people, tribalism and disunity in Africa, all is masterminded by African politicians.
Okay.
Unite, let's live together to have peace in Africa is one song that I love to myself. And several other songs. All my songs are composed. I don't want to use the word written because I don't write them. They are composed by me, they are sung by me. But
What
to go to
when you
studio,
let me get a clarification. When you say you don't write them, are you saying you don't physically take pen to paper and write them?
No, 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 I don't do that. I don't take pen and paper to write songs.
But it comes from you. It's your
Yeah,
intellect. Okay,
of course, my
got it.
creation. So
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to do African politicians. So I rehearse the song in the bathroom. I'm cooking and I'm a good cook too. I'm cooking and I'm the
Most
song.
Basa men are.
But I'm not talking about palm butter and cassoulet. I'm a semi chef. I'm talking about continental dishes. What are you talking about? Talking
I have no
about
doubt, Sundaygar. All the Basa people I know can cook.
but you know the reason why the reason that when the settlers came, we were the first people they met, and then they taught us the ways of life at Mama Point thing. So we were the first Congo boys, and yeah. So what are you talking about? So that's how we start cooking.
So
Okay.
there's somebody on here, Sundaygar, Caroline Woyi. She actually said her husband. She's been waiting for you to come on. She said her husband was able to conjure her using your music. And she's saying that the song, the one your favorite song she likes is the one that you wrote for your mom. Can you tell us a little bit about that song?
Okay, it's a song. It's a gospel song. It was It's a song that says it was 1990, my people. Yeah, because I don't know whether it's that one or Ziboyi, because there's another one I
I think
said,
she said Siboyi.
Yes, Ziboyi, yes, Ziboyi.
Boyi, mother's love is sweeter. Ziboyi is a phrase. It
Siboyi.
means, yeah, more than banana.
Oh, yes.
Ziboyi, oh, a lot, it's a lot. Plenty,
It-
right?
no, no. It
Mama, you
is.
can speak Basa?
Let me
Yeah,
begin this. No, I don't want to speak Basa. It's a phrase they say more than banana. But I'll say in the chorus, I say mother's love is sweeter
okay,
than banana.
And banana.
okay.
Because banana is sweet, it has a sugary sweetness. So, so it's a banana sweet. Okay, sugar is sweet, honey is sweet because down the song it says mother's love is even sweeter than honey and banana. So it
Okay.
says Ziboyi.
Yes, that's she
Ziboyi.
said. She said that's her favorite song. So when we
Yeah.
look back at you and look at your legacy and what you've done with the songs that you sing, there's not a song that Sundaygar Dearboy has done or that he sings that someone plays that they don't dance, they don't shake up.
No.
What's the motivation behind the instruments or the sound of the music that plays? Like that when you compose the music, how do you get to the point where this is how I want it to sound? I want to hear the African rhythm in all of my songs.
All right. Before I get to that, I want to refer to Caroline, if you may,
Sure.
that I don't know what she mean by conjure, but if it is what I'm thinking about, then the husband owes me some royalty,
Okay.
and then
Caroline, you better next.
I like this dude.
Yes. She said
Yeah.
it. She said she would. She had said to me, "Oh, I would love to come on because my husband got me through his songs, so that it please."
oh, the boy have confessed. I need to get that royalty.
I know that's right.
Okay, so yes, first thing I do, right? I go to studio
Hmm.
and then I do the beat with my muff. When I do the beat with my muff,
Wow.
the engineer listens to it and develop it. He contextualize it into music, and then down the road we start adding with the very muff. Put this there as a flute. Use this as a guitar. So he's doing it. He will do his own thing, no doubt. So then down the line, I'll be like, okay, well, can you add this with my muff? Then we get music. When we get music, then I'm about to sing. I ask him to call everything up. We take about 5 minutes and pray for inspiration.
Mm.
If I don't pray for inspiration. I don't do better. And sometimes, even when I pray, I don't get inspiration. I close the recording section and go home because I want to do my best. You see, this thing is about service provider. The problem we face, Liberian, that's what I know, is we don't see that when we have a responsibility, we don't see it as responsibility. We see it as favor that we are doing for people. For example, you are cooking hobo in a community, and people who work in that community or the particular working area, everybody brings their dishes everybody brings his or her dishes to you to get food in the morning to eat.
Right.
So one morning you just wake up, you say, I'm going over there, man. I'm tired. But you forget to understand that a lot of people are depending on you and a lot of people will go hungry.
Yes.
So it becomes more a responsibility than just being a kobo seller. And if you see it as such, you will do due diligence, you will focus on it, and you will develop.
Okay.
Very true.
So when people depend on you to do stuff, to entice them with your lyrics, to change their mindset, to turn things around in their lives, when they are sad, to make them happy, to console them from a psychological perspective, you see that as a responsibility. You could nothing but be a healer. For your song can just change some people. I met a guy in Piccadilly in the UK at the train station. The guy like, oh, so the guy gave me £100. I'm like, why? The guy said your song. That song you're telling me I will not sing. The guy said that song came to the UK. He was typing with one guy here, like bring with me. They can never do anything for you. Three more your sorrow. All they talking about. You know how the woman ready to go somewhere said she can't tell you, you won't talk. I said, well, you know how I feel in the house here? And then you saw the guy said one morning he listened to the song. The woman is to care while the man is to hustle. Don't let the children come to you say, Papa, no cabbage go today. You say, go to your mama.
Mm-hmm.
No food, go to your mama. So why your role? So the guy said, you heard the song, he woke up. He had nothing to do. He went in town. And he hustled and he started selling wheelbarrow. From there, he started finding where they used to sell valuable items, those items in water. He started buying it and increasing the price from one thing to another. He became someone else and he had an opportunity and went to the UK. So
Wow.
I'm just saying that because when you are singing your song, it should be about not about you,
Right.
about what happens every day in
Right.
people's life, in the country, in the society, and just sing and throw it out there. It will positively affect somebody. So that is how that from that background I can recall my songs.
Very nice.
So we're already, it's almost like we just started, but we've been here like an hour already. We wanna say thank you, Sundaygar, for coming.
Yeah.
We had a good time talking to you. We
Yeah.
know a little more than we knew about you before. We want to continue to encourage people to support Sundaygar and support his music. Go download it, share it. They may get go to bed and sing it with anybody.
Oh yeah.
The pastor quick on that skin alone before he could realize say 2 weeks ago that this song for Julia. I'm like, oh this man. The talent is so amazing. So we just want to say we appreciate the fact that you've come on and we want to thank you for taking. We know there's a difference in the time, but the fact that you've honored our invitation, it says a lot about you. We wish you nothing but the absolute best. We hope there is some woman out there looking. He is single, he can cook, he fine, he can sing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can do a lot more.
Oh,
I do have one last question for you, Sonika. If I wanted to
Please.
purchase your music where you get the benefit, can you tell our audience where we can buy your music?
Yeah, go to CD Baby, go to iTunes, or
Okay.
you can you click on something like Dearboy, you see my
Oh dear.
songs.
Okay.
yes.
So iTunes, I missed the other two.
CD Baby,
CD baby.
Yeah, and then you can go to Audio Mark. My songs are there, especially the new ones I've just produced.
Mm-hmm.
Working on the video, the ones are there. Amonyo Kombruema, Suke Do, Yumotro, they are all there.
Okay. And it's amazing. You sing. You don't even. It's like it's amazing when you people who don't even know the different vernacular, who don't even understand Bassa, they'll be singing and dancing like I'm saying. I'm gonna Kolokwa Bassa, the how can call it the man and how you doing that. The only thing I know in the Bassa, but it's amazing that you're so comfortable in what you sing, regardless of English or not. So it's amazing.
I,
Thank you. But you need to have control, and the one I have control over is what belongs to me, my inheritance, Basa.
amen.
I
Yes.
don't have control over the Queen's language. I will make mistake all the time. There are people who are very good in English, and sometimes you speak and they try to correct you. But I'm he who corrects people in speaking
Mhm.
for me, speaking Basa. I mean, so it is my own thing, unlike the English. So a couple of the kids who want to speak or sing in English, you check them out, their diction got problem, but they still want for the English. We tell them, look, you're trying to sing in Pere,
Oh,
Madingo, Gyo, and stuff like that. It
oh,
works.
okay, you got to teach me something Bassa so I can say to my husband. Tell me something romantic that I say to my husband tonight because he ain't Bassa man, but anything I say he will enjoy it. Just tell me. Tell me something nice. What can I say to him?
First, it's difficult to say something about a man who I know nothing about.
Okay, I will tell you. How do I say you look handsome today, my love?
I was thinking about that.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, but you can say Nomojimio Zen, but because it will be too long for you, say Nomojimio.
No.
No more.
No, no, don't say Nomojim. Say It means you.
Mm.
That has to come from the throat. You say You get say Nomojimio. When you say Nomojimio, then you are saying beautiful too much. Beautiful too much. Does it make sense? No.
Okay, so
You
it's
are
the
there.
intonation.
Yeah. No.
Hey,
Nomojimio.
no more genius.
Hey, father.
Stop laughing, Lenny. I'm trying to say this thing right. Stop. No,
Put
no
a
more
cha, put
genius.
cha there. Nomojimio cha.
No more, no more genius. Cha.
Mhm. So modify the hands on there.
I will use something to now. Go and say it to him. Let it show finish.
Thank you for coming and staying with us, and we wish you all the very best. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, when you get your
Okay.
next song come, make sure you call us so you can come back on. We will love to have you.
All right.
Definitely. I'll do that.
All
Thank
right.
you for
Thank you so much.
Such a
bye bye.
pleasure.
Bye. You let it pass on? He said, in He said, you must say for instance. Oh no, me on chat. Oh my
Okay.
God, what an amazing guy, an amazing story. It's like some people you never know. You never know somebody's story and the struggles they've been through. Well,
Yep.
only it's like you see my glory, but you don't know my story.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
just one of those scenarios. Like who would have thought the struggles that Sundaygar Dearboy have gone through, but he continues to persevere and continues to just push forward and push forward, not in, like you said, not in the English language, but in his vernacular, what he knows best.
I love it. I just love the sound of bassa. I don't know why. I don't understand it. I love the rhythm of it. I love all of that. I just enjoy it. Man is such a great storyteller.
Yes.
I know people there laughing. I see all the smiley faces. Y'all can laugh all y'all want. I'm gonna go.
Onomoji mi Mr. Joseph, onomoji
I'm
mi
gonna use, I'm
Ocha.
gonna use that on Mr. Joseph tonight. On my
Okay. All right. So we want just quickly we want to, because we have a new segment that we added. We just want to Agata's gonna go. This is the Mom May segment.
yes.
What we're gonna This segment is strictly dedicated in memory of Mom May, Macy Dunlop's mother, and we're going to be looking at one of her quotes today. And Agatha's going to go ahead.
Yeah, so every week we're going to go through the deck of cards. I'll pull it up if so you can see. It's Mame's words to live by. So if you would like to buy yourself a deck, it's actually on her website. You can purchase it. So the first one said, when I read this one, I was like, seriously, we're just gonna jump in right like head first,
Right into it.
right into it. No easing. We're just going in. Okay, Mame, we hear you. Mame says, do not be an ice cooler for a man. Whenever he's hot, he comes to you to cool him off.
Woo!
Don't be a man's ice cooler.
Mm-mm-mm.
Do not be a man's ice cooler. Whenever he's hot, he comes to you to cool off.
Please, please make sure you make it a post so we can discuss that thing.
I, I will post it on the GBC page
Yeah, that's a
tomorrow
lot.
morning for Yama Yama Friday. This is, I mean, our parents had such great parables. I hope it continues. One of the reasons why I asked on the guy if his children spoke Basa, that's some of the regrets I have that when I lived in Nigeria, I spoke Yoruba a little bit. I could get by, but you move away from it, and you don't have anyone to speak it with. You lose it. And he's saying exactly what he said. When you're in a two-parent household and only one parent speaks the dialect or language, the children sometimes it's an issue, right? So for those of you who are getting married, trying to start a family, those are some of the things that you want to talk over with your spouse to be, because I wish my children spoke something. My kids don't speak anything. My mother-in-law speaks Creole. My mother speak, all these other languages from Nigeria. My kids don't speak nothing. They're just like us. So it's, we need to work on maintaining our culture. But they know how to eat the food though. They know how to do the food. We miss out on the language, but we made up for the food.
Yes, that's what we make it up at. Okay. So I think that is all. We already have been here for an hour of, I don't know what's trending. I mean, what there's a lot trending in Liberia, but hey, it is what it is. We continue to follow the Liberian story. Also, our guest next week. You ready?
Yes.
We have a star here next week. We have a celebrity in the house next week.
We got celebrity every week.
Every week, yes! Another celebrity. Look at today. Yes, the last week. This is a celebrity people show. Because we ourselves are celebrity. You all that's watching, your celebrity. GBC as a whole, if you're connected, that's a celebrity people place.
La.
So next week, our guest is Cyrus the Shield. He's the Liberian artist. If you follow us on the page, we've been promoting his work. He's our Liberian R&B singer. I'm
Okay.
telling you, he this past week he sang at the Miss Black USA Queen Contest. He
Okay.
debuted there. That is one of his first public performances to the world. Silas will be here. He'll be telling us his story. He's got a lot of music on songs on what they call it, iTunes, all the Spotify, all those places. Go there, download it. We're gonna have one of his music here to play so that you can hear it. But this is what I love about us. We promote a lot of people, a lot of young Liberian who's doing great things out there, and it's amazing. So if you're out there and you know anybody, and you want them to come on, you want us to talk to them, reach out to Agatha, myself, Eva, or Michael. We will make time to be able to showcase them, to talk about them. If you have a burning topic on your mind, like this week we've been training on husband, wife answering husband phone, husband answering wife phone. The conversation continues. Somebody said the other day, Agatha, it seems like this page, then I only find it at Yama Yama. Every
Every
day.
day is a yama yama. I'm serious. Friday just takes it up to another level.
Another notch, but every day is Yama Yama. So we're excited. We're looking forward to talking with Cyrus next week. And so until next week, Thursday, we're gonna close out the show, of course, with Sundaygar Dearboy's song.
Yeah, because Vivian is just mouthing out. I guess she joined late. She didn't hear us play in the beginning. I know you wanted him to sing. He did a little something you missed.
Yeah.
Go
Yes.
on iTunes and buy his music.
Yes.
You can have it and play it whenever you want. Let's
Yeah.
promote our artists.
But the next time you will see us next week, we'll see you. So we're gonna close out with Sundaygar Dearboy. Thank you everybody for watching. Bye.
Tabiri anyo vya